Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I worked at either IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for actually how long? 4 decades. I've been doing this 50 years this August. I've worked about, I don't know, 10,000 cases. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff. Many of you have come to me. You've seen me on the national news, all my clips, ABC, CBS, Fox, and all the other stations are there. And you can see my whole team at 777irs.com. I do these YouTubes. My son asked me to do them a couple years ago. I says, nah. Nothing's going to come of these. Well, I got about 5,500 subscribers. I'm shocked. I realize I tell the truth, and I let you know just plain and simple what it is. There's two type of people who are listening to YouTube: those who want to do that yourself, and not only are they who do it yourself, but those who want to hire somebody. So this should at least give you a basis for who you want to hire and what you want. This is the way you work a case. Today, I'm talking about how you work a 941 payroll tax if you owe IRS tax debt. I have worked thousands of these cases. My team, I bet you if you would put our experience together, how many payroll tax cases we've worked, I'd say 6,000-7,000 cases. So whatever we say is the gospel. It's going to be gold to you. So the very first thing that's important to you, and you must do this if you want IRS to work with you and you want to keep your business open, you've got to knock on the door. I should say, let me be a little dramatic and open the door, knock on the taxpayer's door and say, hey, here's my first two questions. Have you filed all your tax returns? And this month, are you current? Have you made a current deposit? That lets IRS know, and it's so important you do this, that you want to work with them, you want to get back in the system, and being current now, you've drawn a line in the sand that says, I'm not going to owe this tax anymore, and I'm going to work on the back debt. That's the whole philosophy. And I used to be a teaching instructor of IRS, and I'd go up on the board and I'd show a little piece of, I'd get a pen and I'd go like this and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And in fact, what's happened when you start owing 941, it spirals out because you can never catch up. IRS says, okay, that's okay. Just stay current and let's work on the back debt. So IRS is going to close your 941 case one of three ways. They're going to do due diligence. You're going to submit a 433A, which is your personal financial statement, and a 433B to them. IRS may give you a list of things that are called document requests on 9297s, where at that time when I was working, IRS would put all the things that we want to see. UCC, assets, leases, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, IRS is going to look at your 433A and your 433 business. They're going to want to make sure it's correct, you're not lying to them, and then IRS is either going to put your case in hardship, they're going to put your case in, which is currently non-collectible payment agreement, or sometimes they'll accept an offer and compromise to settle for pennies on the dollar if everything is current. So I just want you to know those are the three options. The one thing you have to understand, your financial statement alone is going to make a determination whether IRS is going to work with you or not. So the reason you hire a professional, someone really good like us or whatever the hell you want to use, is you have to give that financial statement and show your best interest. Do you want to show the last 3 months, the last 6 months, the last 9 months worth of income and expenses? So remember, whatever you do, file all your returns, try to make federal tax deposits, make sure your 1040s are up to date. Just show IRS you're willing to do that, and when they see that, you're going to go a long way. And yes, IRS does allow offers and compromise for businesses as well. Thank you very much for this video. If you find this was helpful, if you'd give me a subscription, I'd really appreciate it. And please leave a comment. I try to answer them. Since I've got this many YouTube, I get besieged by questions. But anyway, if you have a small case, you can do this yourself with IRS. If you have a large case, you really have no business. IRS can and will tear you up depending on the revenue officer. Not all the time, but most of the time. Thank you. Don't forget the subscription.